Well, here we are again. Here we are again. Another disappointing 26-point loss to Geelong, 5 goals 14 to 10 goals 10. Just a real 26-point loss. A real nothing night. That was really poor. That was so bad. so poor. It looks like it's going to be therapy tonight. Joshua Fayla, spot on. Hello, depression, my old friend. Oh dear. What was I don't know what that was, but anyway, welcome to the fan cams, guys. It's good to be here with you. Basically, we're going to get everyone's thoughts on what happened tonight. I don't even need to tell you guys what to say. You guys know this. Everyone that comes on here is pretty sweet with how we run things here. Want to get your honest thoughts on everything, but obviously don't cross that line. But honestly, that performance was just nothing for me. So I'm really keen to get some perspective and just share some thoughts and see how we all experienced that. I'm going to put the link down below in the comments right now. If you'd like to jump in, please hit the link. There's only room for 12. So if you get in, you get in. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. It's coming in right now. So let's see how we go. We'll start with Pommy because he did the watch along today. I don't even know how he did that. But yeah, the link is in the comments now, guys. Hit it right now if you want to get in before it's too late. So with that, let's begin.
Oi.
I've seen this before.
Oh, see, it's not singing, is it? I mean, what can I say? I'm not even going to get angry because, usually I might disappoint everyone. I usually scream and shout, but legit, I don't even think they deserve any emotion, to be honest, at the moment. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling flat.
Yeah.
I saw a team that came stuck with so much arrogance that they played a game style that merely served into their hands, which is the Teague way. I saw a team that missed 9 set shots in a position that the AFL has of over 60%. And I asked myself, is that poor kicking? Is that skills? Well, it's not, because some of the players that missed today have a high 70-80% ratio from that point. I think it's a team that now knows where they are. I think it's a team that now knows what they believe in, what they stand for. And that is a team that purely needs to kick goals to defend. The defence was totally poor today. The fact that no one seemed to know how Geelong controlled the ball, no one pressured them short exit kicks. The fact that Geelong led all day to the ball carrier and Carlton sat up behind, because that's what we did in the fourth quarter. And rightly or wrongly, some people praised our fourth quarter defensive effort last week. It's okay saying Jones is out. It's okay saying Casbolt's out, but that wouldn't have changed anything because Ratakalia was shithouse today. His opportunity. So Jones wouldn't have done anything. Do you know what I mean? Jones wouldn't have done anything. The facts are that is a team that has absolutely no idea how to play as a team, no understanding, no respect for this art of AFL at all. It has no respect for it. And whether that comes from the coaches, it's all right, Luke Power coming on here saying development and stuff like that. That's all beautiful words. I can use them words too. The problem is facts are facts. We're not good enough. We lost to a side today that on average was 28% down on where they usually are in departments such as pressure and control of the footy. And they played with us. And it was that fourth quarter pulled the game back. But that's what Carlton do. They press the button in the fourth quarter so they can say to the masses, we haven't lost by more than 40 yet. That's improvement. This club's not improving. Let's stop lying. Playing injured players, lying about Jones and Casbolt. They're both long-standing injuries. They've both been mentioned in every injury report for the last 6 weeks. The club just left it till the last minute, as they usually do, because it's okay. We beat Fremantle and we beat Adelaide, shit sides, but it's all right. We're back. People were saying 12 and 10 finals. The club even said the F word this week. We're nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. And anyone who defends David Teague and says it's not Teague, he doesn't kick for you. You're right. Teague doesn't kick for you, but he builds the system. He tells them how to run their running patterns. Their running patterns make you kick like that. Make you kick like that. The fact is that whether you take this game into account or you don't take it into account, we are on the ladder. The ladder never lies, the old saying. We're not that good. So anyone who says that we're close or we're almost there, you're a complete fucking idiot. Complete fucking idiot. Because you're about as close to being there as I am to Mars.
Yeah.
We are shocking. We are appalling. We are abhorrent. We have lost our soul. We have lost our whole identity. We have two halfback flankers that were playing over 600k, one of which Zach Williams says he's not a midfielder. It's something that's a work in progress for him. Miles away. Miles away. The fact we're paying 800k for that, it's garbage. You think a 20-point Geelong defeat is successful to a team like Geelong, who you let them play their way? You're nowhere near. And I'd question any fan that backs it. I'd question any, because you're not here because you love the club. You're here because you love what it stands for and you think it gives you some place in society. But the club means one thing. That's winning. We're the most successful club in this land. It's miles away. That performance was woeful. Was woeful.
Yeah, mate. I'll tell you now. Even at the game, just the story goes, like, they've got to kick a few goals. The crowd will get into it. It's just an emptiness for most of that game. We got a little bit up and about. Walsh, all right, we're praising individual brilliance again. Walsh was good, yes, but there was a real emptiness around. Yeah, I haven't seen Carlton supporters leave that early before. It was very interesting.
Because the majority of us are starting to wake up. I mean, you gave me the wonderful opportunity to write that scouting report this week. Literally played out exactly as I wrote it.
Yeah, really.
Their weaknesses were exposed. Their strengths were exposed. Like, you're telling me a 10-year-old Pom knows that more than David Teague, and you're backing that? Tell you what, there isn't an Australian alive that knows soccer more than any Pom.
Yeah.
There isn't one alive. Do you know what I mean? Than an English coach. And that's what scares me, man. This is basics. This is rudimentary stuff. Go back and watch that game. Go back and watch it. I implore you to watch the second quarter particularly. And when we have the ball and we're under pressure, no one is running towards the ball carrier to give him the easy option. They are literally running back to allow that long kick, which then plays into it. Go back and watch the fourth quarter that everyone praised last week. Every fucker praised it. Every fucker praised it. Said it was brilliant that they clung on to Fremantle. They clung on to Fremantle. Go back and watch that. They sat behind the ball and they ran away from the ball to create space to give themselves a chance.
Mm.
That was a structural thing today. We're so far away. We're so far away. I'm not even angry. I feel guilty for not feeling angry because I feel like I've given up. But mate, I don't have anger to give anymore. I don't have sadness to give anymore. But I'm so beyond angry. I'm not even screaming and shouting because I just think,
what's worse. The point? Yeah, it's worse.
I think what's the point anymore? What's the point? Because the club's not going to change. We're happy being mediocre, and that's okay. Do you know what I mean? But go back and watch that interview Rocco did with Vince, and he nearly tears up to leave Prince's Park. He's nearly crying that they don't play there anymore. Nearly crying. That's passion, man. That's a respect for who we are, a respect for what we stand for. If that's acceptable now, that's cool, man. That's cool. But That's Scheisenhausen, man. That's Scheisenhausen. We weren't structured to win that game at all. That game is literally proof we love not losing by 40 points. That's all it means. No, that's what it means. And we've heard the coaches say that. And if you want to lap up and believe that shit, be my guest. But that says more on you than it does the club, because the club shouldn't have the audacity to say that. But if you believe that, that's fucking moronic, man. If you think that's a sign of progression that you just lose, do you know what I mean? If you just fuck up in life, is that okay? Is that a sign of improvement? If you're a brain surgeon and you kill everyone just, is that all right?
Yeah. No, I feel you.
It's woeful, and it's time that the club started to admit what they are. None of this bullshit. I know what's going to happen next week. Charlie Curnow makes his return against Collingwood VFL. That's going to be it. We're all going to be massed about that. Charlie's back. That fixes everything. That fixes everything. Cool. Brilliant. Excellent. Let's not get Clarkson, though, because he king hit someone in the 80s. Oh, he also stopped Fev kicking 100, which shows he's got respect for this great game, which I question some of these dickheads have got. Tell you right now, that shows he's got respect because he stopped 100. That's a milestone, and a milestone should be honoured. Milestone makes people strive for more. If you let people have it, it says a lot about what you are as a person. Fuck me. Get someone else. Teague isn't it. I can't wait to hear his press conference. It's going to be quality banter, I guarantee. Yeah.
No, I feel your pain, mate. I love you. Thanks for being a part of it today with the watch along, and we'll chat soon.
I love you all. Hare Krishna.
See you, mate. Ulger, thanks for the $8 donation. He says, Walsh, Wiedering, McKay, Silvani, Sard, Stars. The rest need to do more upside. Is that Charlie's back next week? Thanks very much, mate. I think I've got Kira in the car. Kira?
Hey, Tez.
How you doing, Dal?
I'm in the car. If it cuts out, just boot me. But I just wanted to join. I'm with two of my friends. I was trying to convert a Collingwood supporter. So, disaster. But it was just a disaster, wasn't it? Honestly.
Was there nothing? Yeah, disappointing.
I was at the game like you, and there was 30,000 there. It was the perfect opportunity to show that we show some sort of respect for the jumper. And it was just, no line was working. Defence, you can give them some sort of an out because we were playing short. Like the forward, I love Harry, love H, but ever since he's got that contract, where's his lead? Where?
It's a great question. And it's a question that you have to ask.
No one was.
Yeah, no, it's a fair question. I think
are
you there?
He waits for it to be plonked on his head and then he gets out.
I think we're losing you, Kira, so we'll just get you out for a minute. Let's get Mars in. Oh, God. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's happened again. It's happened again. Marzy's got kicked out of the football again.
You got kicked out?
Yeah.
What for?
Yeah, bro. I stuck my finger up and I got kicked out.
You got kicked out for sticking your finger up?
I swear to God, I swear on both my Ronald's graves, I got kicked out for sticking my finger up.
Antisocial, mate. Look at you.
I am an antisocial prick. Bro, tonight. I mean, what can you say? What can you say? I'll rebut Kira's statement and saying where is his leads. I saw him lead a fair few times, and Ed Curnow one instant. I think it was in the second quarter, and he just went long, and they just bombed it, and Colin Chasney just hit it out for a touch for a behind. Sorry, and just so it was that all night. They sweated on the turnover. Stewart was having a field day. Henderson was taking the piss. I mean. We saw it. Pommy put in his preview. I mean,
how many times? Like Tom Stewart, it's so obvious. Like you can't kick the ball above Tom Stewart's head like that.
Correct. So long.
It's so obvious, Mars, and they do it to every halfback, flanker, spare man every week.
I know, mate. I know, and I feel your pain, bro. But it's come to a time now, and it's like I mean, what is the game plan? It's just, I can understand if you're saying, yeah, we're going long and rah, 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 but they don't compete even when they go long down the line. I mean, and then you're going to say, yeah, Jones was out, Casper. I don't really think that would have made a difference. I really don't think Jones would have made a difference back there. I thought Wiedering was fucking enormous. He was huge.
Yeah, he was.
I
He
mean,
was
what
good.
did Walker's kick 0? He kicked donuts. And then you got the kid
Yeah.
Walsh. He's just, wow. I mean, but it's the same thing every week. We're picking out individuals. I want collective effort, and there's no more collective effort. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what did we beat last week? We beat nothing. What did we beat the week before that? We beat nothing. It's the same story when we were zipping 2.
Yeah.
We came out, they're just 2 bullshit response wins, and everyone's, oh, yeah, we're back. We're not back. The evidence is there to say when we've never been there all year. And you're deluded to think that we're back. I'm not taking shots at anyone, but I'm like, fuck me. Like, it's all there. I mean,
it's clear.
They smashed us like inside 450s. Or what do they have? I think it was 58 to 36. I don't know. Some bullshit like that, man. Then you got Harry McKay, Can he kick for goal anymore? What's wrong with him?
Tonight was frustrating.
Kennedy. Oh, it was bad. I understand that you say, oh, we could have been in the game if we kicked. We would have been in front. What the same could be said for Freo and Adelaide. So, you make of it what you will, but you're just not good enough. And against these sides, I'd rather take the game on, lose by 100.
Yeah, we really have gone away from I just felt like forward of centre, the way we enter the ball inside 50, it's just completely backwards.
I mean, I'm looking and we've hit them on the counter and no one's hitting up or no one's going back. They all like converge to the same ball. And I'm like, it happened with, I think it was McKay and Jack Martin. Mate, they ran to the same ball. Martin, get out of McKay's space. Let him hit up at the lead for McKay. And, we got dumb footballers, bro. They're dumb. They're actual dumb. I'm convinced they're dumb.
Is it football? What is it for you? I mean, we've had this review going on now. What is the outcome you want?
You know my feelings, bro. You know what I want. Clarkson in, bro. Clark's in. Hashtag it. I want it everywhere.
Do you feel like is the best of Clarkson ahead of him or behind him? That's the only worry I have.
I feel like, how old is he now? What, 53?
I'm not sure, but yeah.
I think he's around a 50-odd mark, a bit over that. I don't know. He looks hungry. I know the team he's got at his disposal at the moment, pretty garbage, to be honest. He kept them in game. Like, look at the game against us. And look how hard he made it for us to beat them. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's another. I don't know. Adam Kingsley. Paul likes Adam Kingsley. I mean, the whole thing needs a whole shake up. It's just the same shit every week.
It's seriously, it's beyond. It's I can't even get angry anymore, bro. Honestly, it's the same shit.
It actually is, and it's this is what we've come to now. We're insane.
We are.
We're not losing it anymore. So I don't know, bro. Yeah. I'll let some other people talk. You'll get my feelings on the jumper punch, but it all ended the journal halfway through the third quarter. So yeah. And praise to all the supporters out there. They were going up to me. They go, "You're a fucking legend," and all that. And whatever, bro. Who cares? It's another year done and dusted. It was done after round 1, but oh well. We go to next week. We got Collingwood. Yeah, don't worry. They go in there, kick 4.
Can't wait. All right, brother.
Yeah, I'll let you go. Enjoy your night, or try just get tanked on fucking wine like you do. And yeah, watch the jumper punch Tuesday night. Pommy and Oz too, man. He's got the best stats in the business. Knows his shit. And yeah. Anyway, love you all. Love you all. See you Tuesday night. See you guys.
See you, brother. See you, mate. All righty. Shannon.
Hello.
Hey, mate.
I'm like you. I can't get angry anymore.
No.
Like you're an elite footballer. 2 big sticks, yeah? Elite footballers kicking 14 behinds is Adelaide bullshit.
Yeah. What are we doing? Well, what are they doing?
It's like you sit there and it's like they attempted the kick into the middle of the ground, and you'd think after the first time they didn't execute it correctly, you'd give up. Not Carlton. No, we've got to keep trying, keep turning it over. It's the Carlton way. I feel like turning over the ball in the corridor is the Carlton way right now.
That's absolutely the Carlton way.
Like, the only highlight of my life was when I was selling raffle tickets, a bloke comes up to me and goes, "Oh, I see you on Blue Abroad." I was like, "Oh, thank you for recognizing me. Hope you're watching." But no, I literally have no words anymore. Like, it's getting to the point where like Pommy said, it's absolute garbage now. Like, I love the boys to death and I'll love them for as long as I live, but they make your life age by 10 years every week.
Yeah. I really do worry about, like, imagine you're a 10-year-old kid, your parents have dragged you to the footy, you're pumped. Like, what did 2021 give to any of the next generation of supporter? Even, like, what are we doing? You know? What
am I subjecting to my child to? Like, I bring her to games and she's been to a few wins, but, like, what am I subjecting her to?
Yeah, seriously.
Like, I want to see the boys succeed, and I think everybody that comes on wants the boys to succeed. It's just that they're not executing it the way we know they can.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't keep relying on Sam Walsh every week. Like, that kid's an absolute jet. Like, if we could clone 18 Sam Walshes and then I'd just have Harry at full forward, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
And then Weeders and Jonesy in the back line, then I'm happy.
Yeah. Seriously. You're right.
And I'm worried about Collingwood next week. And, like, I'm genuinely concerned about Collingwood next week.
I think there will be a lot of anger next week if we lose to Collingwood. I think there's my feeling is that for the majority of us, we're not surprised to lose to Geelong. Probably disappointed that the fact that we probably could have beaten them in the way we played and didn't take our chances. But
Correct.
Next week, I don't think they've got that past subconscious, oh, it's okay, because we're not losing to fucking Collingwood next week. End of story.
Look, if we fucking lose to Collingwood, I will be sitting in M3 physically crying. I hate Collingwood with an absolute passion. And if we lose to Collingwood, I will sit there in tears.
Yeah, seriously.
Because those assholes will give us absolute hell for the rest of the year and years to come.
Honestly, it'll be I don't know. I don't want to think about next week yet.
Look, we can't, but we need to. And I just hope our boy gets up.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm just, yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch Brisbane smash St Kilda, and that'll make me feel better.
Yeah. Well, Shan, love you. Thanks for joining tonight.
No worries. Good luck the rest of the night.
Thank you. Bye. What do we got? Mr. Maloney with his wine. Hello, sir.
See this? This is the metaphorical cue. I'm officially putting it in the rack.
You're done.
Done.
You've had enough.
They've cooked me. I've gone past medium, overcooked. I'm burnt, bro. I'm on the side of the fucking Westgate tarmac. Done. See ya.
We are a dead carcass, mate.
You know what?
With flies.
I'm going to say one thing. I'm fucking proud of myself for one reason. I go down like a fucking warrior with Mars. We got kicked out and we stood together and we went out together. I stood by my partner in crime. Yes, sir.
Wait, why did you get kicked out?
Association. I told the security guard to calm down. I told him to calm down and he kicked me out. Don't worry, the MCC will get a phone call on Monday morning. But that's not the chat we're having now.
Yes.
Because probably, you know what, to be honest, the lead up was probably what happened, is what made me get to that point. These blokes, man, seriously, they must be taking the piss out of us. Is this some type of corporate bullshit propaganda football club? It's just the same old shtick. 2 wins against shit football clubs. Come back, have your moment. We turn up. 40,000 people allowed there. There was 32,000. We've done our part. We've rocked up, and they can't. once again, it's the Collingwood game all over again.
Yeah.
Any deluded human being that wants to say otherwise, you shouldn't be drinking wine. I'll tell you that. Oh God! Just rename the thing the Sam Walsh Football Club. Just rename it. Really, really disappointing. Really, and you just had a feeling that it was going to happen. You just had a feeling. You didn't want to believe it, but they did it.
I remember saying when the game started, I remember saying Geelong's, from what I've watched of Geelong, they're one of those teams where they let you in early. And then when we started getting, 1 goal 5, 1 goal 6, I'm thinking, oh, that's curtains.
That was our chance. That was your chance.
Yes.
And then you screw it up and you do what we did. Skill errors galore, absolute galore. And Mars is right about, Harry does lead up to certain points. I don't think he leads to the right positions as such. I still don't think we're figuring out how to use Harry to his best ability. But we really are terrible forward of half. We don't know how to use the ball going to our forwards. We don't even know what forwards are. I reckon we play 12 midfielders or try to play 12 midfielders who aren't even midfielders.
So I feel like this is the problem, one of the many problems that we all have. If the individual brilliance is not there, there's no system to fall back on.
Which the brilliance was there tonight again, Terry. The brilliance was there. You can't ask much more of, little boy Sammy Walsh, 36 touches, 2 goals. That's individual brilliance. Wiedering on Hawkins, he's done his job again. So we've asked the boys to do their job, the 2 big ones. All you have to do is have the other 20 blokes come on their back. Again, I'll pinpoint players to do it every single time that we have a bad loss. You pinpoint players that just aren't good enough. Will Setterfield is junk. He's just no good. He has gone back 50,000 lengths. He is a skeleton of any footballer that he ever thought he was. I don't know what's wrong with him. Admittedly, it's a tough call-up getting brought up, an hour before the game started. But let's not. That's all enough hyperverbal crap. Are you telling me they didn't know that Jones and Casbolt weren't ready to get up an hour before the game? Where was that in the injury report on Tuesday with Andrew Russell? Jones has got a sore back, but we'll monitor him through the week, and then we'll see how it goes on Saturday. Nah. Don't give me that shit, Russell. You're not a bullshit artist. I'm over this. I'm over it. You get Lagudage sitting up on the second level, chilling out, drinking his wine. Come on, man. And then you wonder why me and Mars lose our shit. It's really disappointing. And you know what? Like we just said then about individual brilliance, you can't ask much more from these young kids who are performing. How much more do you want to ask from even Saad, for example? Like how much more do you want from him? Like, what do you want from the bloke? We're handballing it to his wrong side still after 16 rounds. We're giving him the ball when he's got 3 blokes surrounding him. And we must have some type of ethos at the club of past footballers having a good game. I haven't seen Lockie Henderson play like that ever.
And we had the nerve to boo him as well. Oh,
we
my
had the
God.
nerve to boo him. He should have been fucking booing us. Mate, at what point are you going to fucking say, shit, the bloke's had 20, he ended up having 24, 25 touches.
Can you believe that?
Get fucked. Get fucked, Terry. Come on. That's bullshit.
We let him take 11 marks. We let Stewart take 12 marks.
What did Tui have?
Tui had 24 touches and 8 marks. So between the 3 of them, we gave up 31 marks.
Yeah, that's great. That's real
good. We say that every week as the fans. Don't lower your eyes. Don't bomb it in the 50.
No, we won't do that. The thing that pissed me off the fucking most is that in the first and the second quarter, when we weren't succeeding at the game plan that we were trying to achieve, we were still in the game. This is where it comes on Teague. At half-time, change the fucking game plan, Porco Cane. Do something. Lower your eyes. Go through the guts. Try something different. Play a player in a different position. Do something. I have not been on his bandwagon, nor have I been off it, because I don't really get into the hype of getting coaches in and out in the middle of the season. If we sacked him tomorrow, what's that going to fucking achieve? But right now, in the moment, he should have been doing better at halftime. There should have been a change of game plan. But it is what it is. We sit here and we're everyone else's entertainment for the next week.
The non-Carlton supporters love this. It's fucked.
Oh, yeah. How many supporters you reckon you got on live now that aren't Carlton supporters? Just love sitting us here.
At least I think at least 50%.
Oh,
Anyway,
it is what it is, brother.
it is what it is, brother. Well, hopefully we don't
Love
shit the
it.
bed next week, because next week's a big one. I know that the season's dead, but it's Collingwood. Like, it's not just
Don't
another
do it.
game.
Don't.
You'll be there too.
I'm sweating just thinking about losing to them. Lose. Lose. You think they're going to kick me out again? I'll be there. Me and Mars will be there. But enjoy it, guys. Don't let it ruin your weekend. Have a good one. Okay.
You have a good one, brother.
Take it easy,
Ciao.
Tez.
What a star. We got Boz. Boz, you got to take yourself off mute, brother. Can't hear you yet. I'll take you out and then I'll put you back in shortly. Adam from Arizona.
How's it going, Terry?
Good, mate. How are you?
Oh, I'm tired. I just want to have my moan and go to bed.
Talk to me, mate. What's on your mind?
That was atrocious. I mean, honestly, it's three goals through 3.5 quarters of football, or 2 goals, may have been 2 goals. Are we are we joking? Are we joking? Honestly, I mean, I know our kicking isn't up to standard, but that's atrocious. That's appalling. It's just, I don't know, man. It's crap. That's absolute crap.
I feel like, because I've had you on, I think 3 or 4 or 5 weeks in a row now, and slowly but surely, you've just become more and more like us. Welcome, mate. We really are indoctrinated.
Well, of course, this is the club I chose, and I'm not going to back out of it now, even if it is crap.
Of course.
And why waste my time? It's 3:30 in the morning right now where I'm at, why waste my time? Like, why should Americans? Why should somebody from outside of Australia wake up to watch that? Why?
I don't know, bro, because I'm born here, so I get it. Footy is part of Melburnian culture and Victorian culture. I find it fascinating that you are loyal. I love it, and we love you, and we love having you a part of the family. But it's actually quite fascinating to see how much, considering you didn't grow up here, but how much you are sounding just like us.
Well, I think I've been around it long enough to understand, what the on-field problems are with the club. And, all you got to do is just watch. We got murdered in turnovers today.
Oh, bro.
They just split us apart. Defense couldn't cover the man, couldn't close down the space. Why?
Yeah.
How's that a professional standard of football?
Yeah. No, I get it, mate. And questions have to be asked, and demands have to be made, and we can't stop demanding more of them, because that's our job. If we don't demand more of them, I don't know if they're going to demand more of themselves. I really don't. I'll be honest.
Right. And they got to turn up next week. If they don't turn up next week, oh my God.
Adam, I'm telling you now, if we lose next week,
heads got to roll.
Bro, I'm telling you now, man, it's not even a joke anymore. They can't lose to Collingwood next week, man. I'm telling you, it'll be a really, I fear, honestly, real talk, fear for the emotional response if they lose next week and put in a piss poor performance, man. It means too much to the people. It really does.
Right. I mean, heads got to roll. Heads got to roll. I'm sorry. I don't like to be that guy, because, I don't think changing the coach is going to change anything, but you can't lose to this Collingwood team, that shit team that they have. I understand it's bad here, but they've had a shocker of a season, really, with the talent that they have. And if we're not like if we lose, I mean, if we lose at all, it's going to be bad. But if we get stomped,
let's not talk about that. We won't claim that energy right now just yet, mate.
No.
We'll wait until next week. But hey, listen, appreciate you tuning in.
Of course.
And hopefully you get a nice rest.
Thanks, mate. I'll see you next week.
See you, brother. You know it. What a star. All right. I've got Brandon Stone.
Terry, mate. What are we doing, man?
What a waste of time,
mate. You just got to laugh, mate. You just there's nothing else at this point, is there?
If you don't laugh, like, what do you like? I'm telling you, man. I'm questioning everything. Like, why do we care so much?
What do we do? Mate, all I've known with this football club is pain, mate. Like, there's never been the glory days of Carlton for us. You know what I mean?
Never.
It's just I keep the 95 replay on handy when I'm feeling down. You know, and we got blokes. We're kicking 2 goals in a half of AFL football with elite players on paper. And you know, and we're missing Jones, and I felt like that was a fairly big part of it because you had Wiedering, you know, running across guarding the 2 big fellas, and you had Tom Hawkins oiled up like a frying pan down there. But you know what I mean, mate? It's just, and we got Walsh with the team on his shoulders, a 21-year-old bloke. I don't know, Terry, man. I don't know.
I got your message. So you left. You had enough. You left early.
Yeah, yeah. We left about 15 into the last, 10 minutes into the last.
I don't blame you. I don't blame. Honestly,
mate, it was so difficult to watch, and the umpires crucified us too. But you know they do that every week, so I won't repeat myself. But it's getting real painful, man. And I tell you what, if we lose next week, mate, they really might riot.
They'll hear us. Really that's for sure. They will hear us. What do you make of what needs to change? Like, I mean, I know there's a review going on and it's whatever, but like, what are you feeling? Like, what needs to change? What are the specific changes that have got to be made?
Yeah, you know it's hard, mate, because you know we go from losing 5 on the trot to then you know beating you know a couple sides that aren't too crash hot, you know, and then we turned around and all of a sudden we're saying, you know, we got a sniff, you know, these players, you know, they're pulling their head in, and then we come back to earth playing against a, you know, in my mind probably the side that might take home the chocolates this year. So it looks like there's not too much direction, mate, right? And we really don't know how to win, and we never have, you know. Well, since I was born, mate. I was born in '99, and you know, it's not a winning culture, you know, at this football club. Dare I say it? You know what I mean? So, and you know, as the last bloke was saying, I'm not on the Teague train, and I'm not off it, but you know, I don't think Teague would have kicked 14 points tonight.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's difficult to say, mate, because we're just so on and off, and it's just wrecking us as a football club. Yeah. So inconsistent, mate. But you know, I want to get your take on the Clarko situation, mate, because our football club's been throwing a lot around within this discussion.
You know, I've obviously been thinking about it, and at first instance, it's like, absolutely, you got to get him. The more I think about it, when you got to think about the whole picture, like, is Clarko at his best, or is Clarko's best behind him? And I think I'm just fearful of what happened with Mick. And Mick was past his best, and yes, he was doing it for the wrong reasons. It sounds like Clarko still has the passion. It's still, you know, it's still burning in there and all of that. But my only question about it would be, is he at his best in 2022 to 2026? Because I'm assuming you get him in for 4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I'm just mindful of. If we go after Clarkson and we cut ties with Teague, are we going to get Clarkson's best? And that is the one thing that I just think of. And It's real easy to say, yeah, premiership coach knows what to do, masterpiece, mastermind, all of that. But we have to make sure, man, we can't get it wrong. We can't afford to get it wrong, man. Seriously.
Because, mate, how many coaches have we gone through since Radden? 4 or 5?
Malthouse, Bolton, Teague.
Minus the caretakers in Barker.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Others. Well, Teague was caretaker for a little bit, and then he got. But yeah, because mate, it's not even a rebuild at this point, mate. We're just shit. It's not a rebuild, and I have mates that go, "Geez, it's the longest rebuild." I said, mate, we've stopped our rebuild. You know, we're meant to contend at this point. There's no longer a rebuild. We're just an average side. Yeah.
I mean, when they're teenagers in 2018 and, you know, Paddy Dow's a young boy and a teenager and all of that,
that's right.
We copped it because we knew they were actually, their bodies were not fit for competing with men. But that's at some point, that's got to end. And for me, that was last year, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so, I had expectations for finals this year. I'm pretty sure everyone did.
So we should.
You know? That's right. I thought, mate, every team should go in the year thinking they're playing finals, mate. Even if you're not, what are you there for? You know, and even regarding the Clarko situation, mate, like I'm looking at Hawthorn, and it's probably, you know, the worst side they've put together in the last decade or, you know, decade and a bit. So I just think, you know, I look at our list, mate, and on paper, mate, this list, you know, dare I say it seriously looks like a top 4 side on paper.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's unreal. And then I think if you bring Clarko into that and you let Clarko work with what we've got, you know, I seriously cannot see a downside to it at all. You know, and I was speaking about this to my old man as well, and I feel like you know, even regarding the coaching role, you know, at the start I thought Teague was a good fit because he bleeds Carlton, mate. He played for the side. That's why even to this day, mate, I still thought we should have kept Rats. I never thought we should have got rid of Rats in the first place. You know, we had a few dodgy games, and all of a sudden he was shown the door. You know, you got to have someone there who's so passionate about this club and has a history in it. You know, because when the players hurt, the coach has got to hurt as much. So, and you know, Clarko's rough as guts too. And you know, there's a few decisions that sort of, you know, didn't sit well with me. And I know, you know, a lot of people hype up Plowman and they think he's good, but mate, you know, we let Simo go, and you've seen a lot of errors that Plowman does. And I know Simo was getting on, but mate, you know, if you perform, then you get a game is sort of what you should go by. I think, you know, I might be out of line by saying that, but mate, if you perform, you're playing. Simple as that.
Yeah, no, I feel you, bro. No, I feel it. No, it's good to have you on. Appreciate you coming on and joining me.
No worries, brother. I'll speak to you soon.
Take it easy, bro. J Barbs with a $10. If we lose next week, the revolution starts by sacking the board and their media spin doctors. This heartless BS needs to end. Obviously, not happy at all. Rocco.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, mate.
All right, good, because I'm out. I was hungry, so we went and got some Asian hot pot. It's superb, man. Like, I'm full now. I'm content. All right. So we went to the game, yeah? That was laughable. Anyone that thinks that there's any good that come out of that game is absolutely nuts. Forget about the 14 points. Forget about the 14 points. If we kick straight, blah, blah, that's all I'm hearing. That's rubbish, man. What I saw there was a disgrace. The disposal, this is not AFL standard, half these players. These players are not half these players aren't AFL standard. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says. And with the coach, he still doesn't do anything. There's nothing done. I said it from the start, he has lost the players. There is no way that these players are playing, because I don't even think they're training at a high level to come up with that kind of absolute rubbish. That is a disgrace. And anyone that says like, oh, should we get Clarkson, you're all nuts, man. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how many coaches we change. It doesn't matter. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If the decision is wrong, it doesn't matter. Just get another coach. What are we doing? We're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. He hasn't changed this player. He hasn't changed, and he has to take some sort of responsibility. Is Clarkson the best? He's the best out there. Is he going to be good, or has he lost it? I don't know, but he's definitely the best out there, isn't he? So if we got any sort of chance of picking him up, we have to. We need some sort of leader, some sort of person with grunt. Like what I saw out there, I saw laziness. Like Martin, don't tell me he's that lazy. Martin is one of the laziest footballers I've seen.
What's happened to him? I don't want to hear about the injury.
I don't know.
He's been back for 3-4 weeks now.
I don't know. When you actually watch him at the ground, he does not follow up. He plays like 5 minutes and then he goes missing for like 2 quarters, and then he'll come back. And also SBS, you know, everyone wants to go and play him in the centre, Man, I'm starting to turn, man. I understand why they don't play him in the centre. He's lazy. He's one of the laziest footballers. You watch him, he takes a mark, right? He never plays on quick enough, right? And then when he does kick the ball, he doesn't follow up. Look at Walsh's goal. Look at the way he just kept on pushing and then took the handball. He ran past, he gave him another option. I don't see that from SBS. Everyone goes play him in the centre. Has he got the tank to play in the centre? I don't think so. I don't blame him now, like when I see that kind of... And when you see it at the ground, you actually see it. You actually see how lazy some of these players... And then people like Setterfield and... or who else was there? Newms did all right. There was... I don't know. I can't even name anymore. They look lazy to me, man. They jog. They don't run to the next contest, man. I'm telling you, this is... It's laughable what happened today, man. That could be one of the worst games I saw, man. Forget about the score. Just have a look at the replay again and watch how badly they set up around the contest. Like, even Pommy said this, the way Geelong plays, they get the ball and they go backwards. They go backwards to go forward, right? We can see it. A bloke from Scotland can see this, right? And every time I saw them set up, they never set up for that. They never set up for that. We were like, well, what's going on here? You know, so anyway. All right. So I won't keep everyone up too long. Plus, I'm like sitting here at this beautiful restaurant here. So
it looks like it's a great feed. I said it looks like it's a good spot.
It's a what?
I said it looks like it's a nice spot over there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Hot pot. Everyone's got to go, man. You got to go hot pot. It's beautiful, man. You get a soup full of all the stuff you like. It's the best. It's the best. I love it. I love it. Chopsticks, man. Love it. We're gonna do the jumper punch. We're gonna do the jumper punch cooking class one day. So we'll do that. I
love it.
So everyone tune in on Tuesday. I'm sure there's a Teague press conference going to happen. The real Teague press conference. There's some other stuff going on, and we're gonna have a good time. So we'll get everyone up and about.
I look forward to it, bro. You have a good one.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
See you, mate. What a star. Jad.
Brother, how are you, mate?
I've learnt you know what? My breaking point was GWS, and nothing will feel as bad as that. And that's probably why I'm not punching and screaming and kicking and whatnot.
Do you know what, mate? Do you know what? I am 100% with you, buddy. I've been numb since then, and today I was just numb again. And I don't know if it was the fucking sub-zero temperatures at the G, or if it was that performance, but fuck, mate. Just numb to it. Just numb to it, mate. Like, I'm not even surprised. I went today because I hadn't been in the footy in a while, and I just wanted to be in the atmosphere. But to go all that way and to freeze your ass off and to see 14 behinds, as a supporter, mate, that's just shocking. And shout out to Rocco and Maddie. I met them today at the ground. And I met Rocco's son, and just waiting to come on the fan cam. I was just thinking to myself, what does a young bloke like that and all the other kids, like, how are we going to retain them?
Kids don't have an attention span to wait for this bullshit. They don't have that.
I know, mate. And the young boy, he was so optimistic. And he's told his dad we're gonna win, and then me and Rocco having a talk, and Rocco just says to me, it's gonna be the same shit. And I didn't argue. I didn't argue. I'm like, yeah, mate, look, it is. But I'm just starting to think it's starting to become a real issue. Like, I've never worried about things like that, mate. But now I'm starting to, because it's just. Anyway, onto the game. Welcome to the knife's edge, mate. We're on the fucking knife edge now, because if we lose next week, good Lord Almighty, you might as well just stop that fucking review and make some calls. Fuck me.
Mate, I'm honestly petrified of next week.
Oh, I know. Oh, it's the knife's edge, mate. This is it now. And the thing too with this team, we just seem to struggle against any side who has any sort of discipline structure. And it happened in round 2 against Collingwood. Like, we should have belted them, but once again, if you are disciplined and you have a decent structure and system, we're gonna struggle against you no matter who you are. And that just shows in our wins this year. They've come against crap teams who, we should be beating. Yeah, fair enough. But whenever it comes to a serious side, we cannot break them down, and it's a real problem now. It's a real problem. I'd love to see us. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm not. I mean, I obviously watched the game with the Carlton lens, but if you're a Geelong supporter, they didn't play very well at all, bro. Oh,
mate,
yeah.
I had one Geelong supporter sitting behind me, and I was close to just having a go, because they were asked today, and that's Geelong, but we could have been 8 goals up, mate.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, that's just to let them off like that. And they're going to get the rub of the green with the umps. You know that, because they're a team of stars. They're the AFL's one of the the AFL's favorite teams, that sort of thing. They're going to. So you've really got to take your chances. But one thing that I reckon, and this is maybe a bit, you can take this as a positive. I know it's not usual from me, but I honestly reckon our list is divided into 2 parts. I can see. I think some of these boys, the younger kids, I think they're ready to explode, Terry.
Mm.
I know it's like weird to say that now, but I think they're ready to explode. But I honestly believe they're being bogged down by a culture. By culture and certain players. Like, I think we can go past players like Nunes and Kerno and Casbolt and all those boys. I think we can go past them really quickly if we have someone in there who is willing to change the culture. And that leads into Clarkson. I reckon he walks in there day one and he stamps five players as careers. Stamps them shut. And I'm starting to think that's what we need, because we seem to be wedded. The Ian Prendergast podcast say this all the time. We seem to be wedded to players who have been there for too long, and we seem to be really afraid to change, to move on from them. And it's probably showing in the Mark Murphy, getting to 300 thing. It's showing in the Ed Kerno thing. And yeah, as your interview with Power, that was awesome, by the way. So props for that. As he said, you got to have that balance. But I just think it's time now. It's really time to embrace it, because it's not changing, mate. You look at Essendon, and I hate to say this, the difference between them and us is coaching, and it's as simple as that. And coaching leads into culture, so the two are connected. I think that the two are connected. And look how they play. Look how we play. Look how they played Geelong last week. And look how we played.
Mm.
I
think they've embraced their youth. And again, I hate to say this, like, welcome to Essendon abroad, but but they play with a fucking spirit and a belief. But man, they belted Adelaide by 10 goals. We ain't belting anyone by 10 goals, bro. We ain't belting anyone by 10 goals.
Man, I know. I was watching that. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what's really shitting me. I think we've got way more talent than them.
Absolutely. Even with the injuries.
With the injuries. We've got it there. That's why I reckon it's ready to. It's ready to explode. But culture and a commitment to certain players is weighing it down. And as for Tigi, every week, whether you like it or not, every week he has an exam, and he needs to pass. He's going to pass it. He's going to fail it. And today he failed, man. He maybe took 2 little steps forward the last 2 weeks, but he took like 5 back today. I'm just analysing the performance of the coach. He doesn't change anything, Terry. As a lot of people tonight have said, he does not change. I saw Stocker get slaughtered today in front of me, and nothing changes. Even the way we play, we still want to try and kick through zoning. We still want to try and go around the boundary. We still want to switch it when it's never on. The switch is never on. You know why it's never on? Because these guys don't work hard enough to make a switch work. To make a switch work, you've got to run your guts out from one end to the other and then switch. Yeah, it's nothing changes. I would love to see us adopt more a handball style game. One, because it hides poor skills, and it's the only way to break down zones. Yeah. And it's just shocking to me from Tigi, from a personal point from Tigi, how he's not doing anything. Like, mate, you know your job's on the line, mate. You have to do something, David. You have to do something. I know, I worry. It's just sounding like we've got an assistant coach in a senior coach position. Fuck.
I feel you. I mean, to be fair, we are handballing a bit more than what we were early in the year, but I'm not going to use that as a positive. And I'm really worried about the senior, experienced, highly paid, marquee signings giving us not enough. It's not enough.
I can't believe he's not fit, man.
How is he not fit?
I cannot believe the shape he's come in, dude. I can't believe it. How can you rock up like this? And they'll roll out the excuses for him, pre-season injury, fucking whatever, man. Next year, they'll give the same excuses to someone else.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel you, bro. I appreciate it. I'm glad you got to the game. Love you. And
love you too, man.
Chat to you soon.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right. Let's try Boz again. Boz. You gotta can't hear you, brother. You gotta take yourself off mute. There's a microphone icon next to your name, and you gotta tap it.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right, sweet. There we go. No worries. Yeah, mate. This is fucking shit, eh? The amount of times I've seen this club, like I was talking to my mates, you know, and they're Dockers fans, you know, because I'm from the West, and you know. They're similar to us. They haven't, you know, they've been fucking rubbish as well. But like I was saying to them, I've seen in my lifetime, from my memory, I was born in 99, 2 finals wins. 2. One was legit. 2. You know, to win a flag, you have to win a minimum of 4 finals. So we're going back on this whole culture thing of, you know, we don't have a winning culture. This is where we bring in people like Teague, who played for us when we were fucking arse as well. We had, just a lot of, like, we don't have a winning culture. And I feel like someone like Clarko, and I mean, he hasn't been tossed up, but Ross Lyon, hell, even him, we just need a change in this team. And I don't necessarily believe that Teague has the players all playing as one anyway. We have patches in games where we look awesome, like playing for the team and everything, but we have players like, I don't want to name him, and I'm not dogging him as a person, but, you know, like Jack Martin, mate, come on.
Well, the thing with Jack Martin is, you're right. It's not about Jack Martin as the human being. It's about Jack Martin, the guy that wanted to come to Melbourne, have an opportunity to further his career, wanted a fresh start, to play in Melbourne, where everyone wants to play footy for a big club, in front of big crowds. And okay, he's had an injury this year, but he's had 3 or 4 weeks in the side now. And are we wrong to expect more from Jack Martin? Is that wrong?
No, mate. Like look at his contract. Look at his contract. Like, if you're getting paid that much money, and again, like, you know, we gave him that contract. I mean, anyone's going to take it, but like, you're getting paid that much money. A normal person in their job would have higher expectations on themselves to perform a lot better. And yeah, just I see a lot of people who are just there, seems for a contract rather than actually playing for the jumper, which is a bit, as a fan, a little bit disrespectful, who tunes in every week. You know, like
You know what's interesting? You know what's interesting? Like this notion of, oh, we're gifting Mark Murphy games, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say that Jack Martin's now getting gifted games?
Yeah, exactly. I'm exactly on that boat with you.
So wouldn't you say that Jack Martin hasn't proven anything to the club, but Mark Murphy has over the course of the 16 years that he's been here?
You're spot on. You're spot on. And
so
I think
why does it apply to Murphy but not to Jack Martin? I don't understand.
Exactly. You're exactly right. And at the moment, what Jack Martin's producing is no less than what Murph would be producing. I know he's hurt at the moment, but it's no less than what he would be producing. Like, I feel like if we're not, look, at this point, we're not going to make finals. Let's just put that, you know, nail in the coffin, mate. We're not making it, that's for sure. But look, like you said, we got to now play for our next year, and we got to play for our future. So I feel like, you know, guys like Murph deserves the opportunity to play 300 games. Mate, he captained us through fucking rubbish. Rubbish, mate. He had no right. Do you remember a few years ago when there was that, you know, all the contract up in the air with Murph, and he had the opportunity to go to Melbourne or someone like that? He fucking stayed with us. And he had, like, mate, if I was him, like, I love the club, but, like, fuck, mate, like, shit. Like, and again, I also want to touch on tonight, but with tonight, the laid outs with Jones and Casbolt. And I heard a few blokes saying, you know, during the week that they were iffy, especially with Jones. We're coming up against Geelong, who have Hawkins, who, you know, you're going to have to lock down. That's for sure. And they've got their rotating ruck system, so they're always going to have a ruck that's going forward. Why didn't we have a suitable emergency? If you know that Jones is going to be a game day decision, why didn't we have someone like Luke Parks, who's a bit taller, as that, you know, like, okay, Jonesy might not pull up tonight. Why wasn't Luke Parks an option to maybe come in and play that lockdown role on someone like Gary Rowan or someone like that? Because we're lucky tonight, Sava Radaglia is about as useful as a wet paper bag with a hole in it. Because if they had any sort of capable forward, I'm telling you right now, they would have fucking beaten us by 60 plus at least. Yeah,
it's true. It's so crazy. Wiedering kept Hawkins goalless, and that still really wasn't anywhere near enough.
No. Oh, mate, Weeders last week also helped our ass a lot. Weeders is just so good, mate. I feel like even now he doesn't get the credit he deserves. I saw a post earlier today about the 2015 draft and the redraft and stuff like that, and he was fucking behind Callum Mills. Are you fucking serious, mate? Mate, are you serious? He's an average mid, going up against the All-Australian fullback in, you know, should be the All-Australian fullback. And, oh, mate, he's never had the credit he deserves in these past 2 years. I'm telling you right now. And I feel like us as a supporter base need to get right fucking behind him. He's a star, mate. He's a star. Genuinely.
He is, mate. No, listen, I love what you've said. I appreciate you coming on and
awesome. Thanks, Tez. Love the show.
You have a good one, bro. Cheers,
mate. Have a good
Maddie, hello.
Hey Tez, how are you?
I'm okay. I think I'm gonna be okay, but I'm just gonna try and forget about this game, this season, as quickly as possible. It's been a shit show, Maddie.
Same old.
Same old shit. Same old shit.
I had a few things I want to say.
Okay.
Some of the guys were talking about culture. Okay. We had Sid Jackson presented with the Hall of Fame by Mark Lagudache. We had Cooter and John Nichols sitting in the box seat watching this. Sid Jackson says, try and win for me. Shouldn't that some kind of edge, there's something to do it for. There's some kind of passion. You've got the Indigenous sort of NAIDOC week going on. You've got the banner. Where was the passion? Where was that there's something to win for, not just beating Geelong.
Yeah.
But there's a reason.
There was a bit of added motivation maybe. And you know, it's actually not a bad, it's actually a really good point. Because I think when you play a game, like you always try and find something extra to get you over the line. And I think, to be honest with you, we're so far disconnected from the Cooter days, the Sid Jackson days as an identity of a football club. That's a totally different club when Cooter was playing to now. Completely.
No, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't think the players have a real strong love and care to Sid Jackson, to be honest. And they can disagree, but their performance will show what the truth is.
Yeah, they had it was on the socials all week, you know, the talking with Indigenous players and Indigenous elders and all this. But then you come to the game and there was just not that same passion as there supposedly is on socials.
No, I feel you. That's a really good point. Yeah. Did you go tonight?
Yeah, I did. As I said, Jad said I met him. And I kind of want to apologize to him because I saw him at halftime and we were 1 goal 12 or something. And he's like, 1 goal. And I'm thinking, but Geelong aren't playing that good. I'd expected us at that score to get slaughtered. And by the end of it, I'm like, where was all the kicking? Where was all the goals? And just we had so many chances, and it was like, well, he was right actually. Like,
yeah,
it's just it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough, Maddie. It wasn't good enough. I hope that I really hope they're not getting pats on the back for effort because we didn't get slaughtered and we were able to keep a contest. And my hope is that I don't click on the Carlton website after fan cams and see the David Teague semicolon, we need to be better. Like, because it'll just be the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just, there were guys on here saying, you know, born in 99 and that, and I'm the same. It's my whole life. There hasn't been that kind of, 2 finals? 1 that was legit.
Yeah.
It's I don't know where it's gone wrong, but it's gone very, very wrong.
Yeah. No, I feel you. You made some very good points tonight, Maddie. I think we might talk about that a little bit more during the week. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah. I don't know, just to end on a positive note, Sam Walsh getting those 2 goals. There were 2 girls behind me, probably about my age, were just like, marry me, Walsh. Like, he's just so good.
He is so good. And he keeps going. It's actually even more impressive considering how shit everyone else is that he's able to just keep going. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's our shining light.
He is. And so are you, Maddie. So you have a good one.
Thanks, Terry.
See ya. All right. I got Kyle. Kyle?
Hello, Terry. Can you hear me?
Kyle?
Hear me?
Hey, mate. I can hear you.
Can you hear? Yeah? All right. You good?
I'm good. I don't trust that one bit. I'm going to end it there. I don't trust that one bit. Kyle, message me on Instagram. I want to know who you are before I let you on. I don't trust that. I've been down that path before. Anyway, guys, that'll do it. That'll do for the fan cams tonight. Very disappointing performance. Very nonchalant. Very much numb. But we'll see what happens this week. Thanks to everyone that tuned in. And I don't know. I don't really know what to say anymore because it's just the same stuff. So anyway, enjoy your night, enjoy your weekend, and chat to you throughout the week. Go the Mighty Blues.